Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about a little of the carnage. It was all manufactured. I'm going to be talking a little bit quiet because you can see my little newborn here is sleeping on my lap. So we're going to try not to wake her up. But yeah, if you guys follow me on X, last night I was basically posting a bunch about more manipulation, continuing. I started posting, last night pretty early, and you could see they were dumping the price, dumping the price, dumping the price, and I get these alerts on my phone. It's crazy how X is like, oh, promote this. You want people to see your posts? Pay a bunch of money. So I posted this June 11th. Was that even yesterday? I don't even know what date it is. That was 2 days ago. This is almost $1 billion in Bitcoin moved to a wallet. And I said, uh-oh. I said, good luck, everybody. And then I kind of replied to that. And I said, all right, here's the market manipulation, right? So it started, when was this exactly? So if you go to I think it was like the 24-minute time frame. Do I have my trading indicator? Here we go. So you can see the manipulation started way back here. So this was Thursday about what is this? 3? Yeah, so this is 3 a.m. a little bit even on Wednesday here. You can see they started selling the price off. That's what these yellow X's are here, right? So this is whale manipulation. You can see selling the price off, selling it, selling it, selling it. Look at this huge one. They caused all these liquidations right here because this is the 0.5 Fibonacci. So it was an important level. They blasted the price down and they continued to just abuse and blast the price down. If you go to the 5-minute, you can see it in real time. Look at all these X's here. So you can see all these X's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all of this price movement was completely manufactured. None of it was real. They use the, the mask of tariffs or war. I mean, who's going to sell your Bitcoin because some people are shooting off missiles in another country? You know what I mean? It doesn't even make sense. But this is basically for exchanges like, let me show you the liquidations. I guess I actually posted it right on my account here. I posted it right here. Here we go. Here's all of the manipulation. I kept on just reposting my same one and posting the new manipulation. And you can see Marty Party. I like this guy on X. If you want to follow him, Marty Party Music. He talks about how crypto prices move. You can see that basically Binance sends all of their crypto to Wintermute, which is their market maker. Then they dump the price. You can say Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin. And they dump the price using market orders on the exchange, which dumps the price like crazy. And then they basically just OTC, which means over the counter, and they just send the money back and forth. So then they just have the exchange buy it back from them at a lower price, and everyone gets to make money. They make lots of money from this, lots of money. And also, Marty Party was saying that now Coinbase is going to have regulated crypto futures, and maybe this will help with the manipulation that's happening, because now they're listed on the S&P 500, so they have stricter rules that they have to follow. Oh my god, it sounds like missiles going off. They're grading my lot right now, and it literally sounds like missiles exploding. It's like I'm in a war zone right now. But here you can see boom, boom, boom. Here's is that my toddler crying? Man, babies everywhere, babies and toddlers. Said they aren't done yet. They moved some more. And you can see they moved more and more and more. This was billions of dollars of Bitcoin. I posted this morning. Bounce now, where I'm cutting it off. Because this is all fake. This is all manipulation. There's nothing real about any of this. There's nothing real about any of this. So if we go from, here is Binance. So a good one to use is just Binance here. So if we go to 48 hours, I didn't mean to zoom in. Let's go back to, 24 hours. You can see there was it doesn't even show it now. So there was a crap ton of liquidity here, and they just dumped and dumped and dumped, and they just absorbed all of that liquidity. Maybe if I go to 3-day, you can see it. It doesn't show up as brightly as it did before, but this was really bright, right? So now it's cleared, so it's not quite the same. I swear I posted a screenshot of it. Oh yeah, it's in my Discord, I think. Let me pop open Discord real quick. I'll show you. Yeah, here's a perfect view. So in my Discord, I post stuff. On X, I post stuff. You know, it takes me a while to get a video going and edit it and all that. So I post a lot on X if you want to follow me there. But look at this. This is basically Binance just trying to make a crap ton of money. So here they are. They pumped the price up. They liquidated all these shorts. And then they dump the price, liquidate all these longs, and continue to dump it and dump it. Look at all the longs they took out. So this basically, this money goes straight to the exchange, right? They split it between the market maker, and you know, basically they have to pay out some longs or some shorts, but look at all the longs they just liquidated. So it's pretty insane. They get to just print money this way. So this is all fake, guys. Nothing is real. Nothing is real. It's like we live in the Matrix. So yeah, that's the cause of all this. They use bad news. They move all of the Bitcoin and all the Ethereum and Litecoin and, you know, Solana, and they just dump the shit out of the price on purpose to liquidate people. They make a lot of money doing this, right? Because Binance is an offshore, unregulated exchange. They don't have to follow any rules, so they can do all this stuff, and no one's there to stop them, right? So anyways, if we look at the daily, look at this beautiful daily candle we have. Now it's pulling down a little bit, but this could turn into a big hammer candle. Look at the wick on this. So this is all the way down to 1027, and they blasted it all the way up to here. When you look at the 20, this is just Coinbase, but you can see the huge amount of volume that was generated when they go through this. Look at that massive manipulation. Look at that big X, blast the price straight down. And when all of these longs get liquidated, it forces them to sell. So it pushes the price even lower. So again, it's all fake. None of this is real. Wintermute and Binance have been doing this. That's kind of, in my opinion, why the altcoin market has been so bad this cycle, is because these smaller market cap coins, Solana and all this, they abuse the shit out of the price. I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they've been dumping the price. And if you go back to when we had that big sell-off right here, look at this. On the daily, it even shows the massive manipulation, right? This is all manipulation. When Trump's tariffs happened, who's going to sell their Solana because of Trump's tariffs? No one. No one is going to do that. So what they do is they dump the price by what I was talking about. They send their money to the market maker. The market maker sells the price and just dumps it. So then people get scared and then they start selling. So it causes these big liquidation events. These are the biggest liquidation events in history. And it's all fake. None of it is real. None of this is real, guys. Unfortunately, it's so easy to manipulate these markets because they're open 24/7. There's no regulation. Now, ever since the Gary Gensler was removed, there's literally no regulation, you know, which is good and bad, right? Now we may get some ETFs, but now people are free to just, oh my God, it sounds like missiles going off. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's the dump truck unloading dirt, but they're free to just dump the price, abuse it, do everything they want. So we won't have a altcoin season until Binance and Wintermute allow it to happen. That's, in my opinion, what's happening. Now, of course, there's a bunch. I mean, you can always assign a narrative to any price action, but in my opinion, that's what's happening right now. Obviously, we also have high rates and we're in quantitative tightening, so that doesn't help. But I think more, I mean, Solana could have stayed probably up here, but instead, Solana went all the way down to freaking $97 because these market makers were just abusing the price. So stay safe out there, guys. I do have some leverage trades that are open. Obviously, I opened some leverage trades and then, you know, people started shooting missiles and obviously that wasn't good. But my Bitcoin position is basically break even. Ethereum, I'm down. Litecoin, I'm down. But yeah, so if you want to try leverage trading, feel free to do it. Be very careful, guys. Use very small amounts and just be very careful. So I have links below if you want to try any of those. I also, if you want to try this Market Cipher B indicator, it's pretty cool for seeing the manipulation. And there's a lot of other things to trade with. So feel free to use that if you want to try it. I got affiliate links below, but that's going to be it, guys. I think this is nothing. I think this is just the final shakeout before we're going to make some new all-time highs. Another thing that happened is we had this bull moon, which usually means positive price action. But of course, first of all, we were at the top of resistance. Again, I mentioned it before. This resistance line goes back years, all the way to 2017. So we're at this huge resistance line, and we had the massive manipulation with fake news. You know, no one cares about missiles. right? And, you know, I mean, I don't care about that. I'm not going to sell my Bitcoin because someone's shooting some missiles off. Like, what do I care about that, right? So I'm not doing that. But they force people to sell because they push the price down so far that people are like, oh no, it's going to go to zero, right? But look at that reversal. That is massive reversal. You can see, boom, it just came right back up. So I think we're going to continue going back up, and I think that's going to be that. So hopefully you didn't sell at the bottom, especially if you're in spot. Now, if you're in leverage, what I would do is kind of just wait for these big events, because almost every time we have these big events, they just reverse and come back, right? It's the same thing, you know, with the what we had last time here, right? You know, January, we had all of this pumpage, dumpage all the way down, and look, the price turned around and went right back up. So yeah, I think it's all fake. I think nothing's real. All this price movement is manufactured to scare people, because the institutions are trying to get all of the Bitcoin. So they can push you out of your position by bullying you with the price, and then they can buy it up cheap. And I think that's what they're doing, right? So then you'll also see notifications. That app I'm using on my phone is CoinGlass, and basically you see notifications when big wallets move money. So you'll see them move money, and then they dump the price, and then you'll see like Bitcoin move to institutional wallet, right? So it's like, all right, an institution just took all your Bitcoin, and that's that. So I mean, it's all garbage. It's all garbage. It's all fake. So pretty dumb. But anyways, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys are safe out there. I know this was another massive liquidation event, and you can also just use Binance liquidation levels, right? So if you just go here, like let's go to the 12-hour. All right, so to me, it looks like they might try to just dump it again now to 1037, right? And then maybe they'll take it back up here into this area. If we go to like let's go to like the 48-hour. Yeah, so I mean, they could right now, they could just dump it back down to 1027 if they wanted to, liquidate all these people, and then go all the way back up to 110, right? So their goal is just to make as much money as possible. Wintermute even posted on Twitter, on X, and said, our goal is to make as much money as possible. So how they do that? They just screw everyone, right? They liquidate all these longs constantly. That's all they do. Another way to look at it is to look at the liquidation map this way, and you can see. So now people are leveraging longs again. They're leveraging longs again. So guess what? Maybe we'll go up to 107, and then maybe they'll dump it back to 102. You know what I mean? And they can just continue rinsing and repeating this. But once we get some really good news and eventually start buying more, and there's less supply of Bitcoin, the price will go up. Or when the market makers are ready to move the price up, they will. And they'll just continue to move the price, because now they've acquired all of this Bitcoin, right? So this is Binance. This is all the exchanges. You can see there's $3 billion of shorts and $3 billion of longs. So right now it's fairly even, right? If you look at Hyperliquid, 10K Bitcoin, and 9K Bitcoin. So right now it's actually pretty even. So when the longs and shorts are pretty even, usually that's good for price action. You know, if it's really high amount of longs, then usually they'll go take those out, you know. So I don't know. We got a freaking almost $1 billion of shorts, $1 billion of longs on Binance. Other exchanges, again, 3 billion short, and 3.2 billion long. So they could just push us right now back to 1029, and then they could just pump the price right back up into new all-time highs after they liquidate everyone and they accumulate all of these cryptocurrencies on spot, and then they'll move the price way back up, and then they can sell them later. So it's kind of corrupt, it's kind of garbage, but this is the name of the game here. So you got to be really careful with leverage. It's hard to hold long-term positions with leverage. Got to pay fees anyways, but these short-term moves, if you can use these liquidation levels and stuff like that, this is the way to, you can see here, I mean, look at these liquidations, holy crap, right? So we've had some massive liquidations in the last few. Look at this. I mean, you get like no liquidations, and then boom, like starting basically this year. I know this is like the beginning of last year, honestly. You can see the liquidations are just ramping up like crazy. So anyways, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Have a great day, everyone. Oh, let me just hit Litecoin real quick. Litecoin dumped pretty hard. I got it from my Litecoin fanboys. I'm a Litecoin fanboy myself, but we broke out again and another manipulation event, right? So we broke out again out of this bull flag. Now we just retested the bottom of the bull flag, and then now we've pulled back up to this 0.5 fib again. So I think eventually we're going to go up. I don't know when it's going to be. Ethereum as well. I opened this beautiful long, and then, you know, missiles started flying. So we got this coming down. We do have a cycle low coming beginning of next month. So maybe we'll see the price even fake out to the low side, or maybe we'll go up and then fake down and then go back up. So we'll see what happens. My open trades right now are Ethereum, Litecoin, DOT, XTZ. I think my Doge got hit, my stop loss. I had my stop loss down here and it got hit. So that one's out, and, you know, I got to move Doge down here. So yeah, altcoins are just bleeding to Bitcoin, unfortunately, because people keep getting liquidated, and they're easy to manipulate the price. So that's it. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.